This is Angela Bussio, who is a life coach. I guess I could say you're my life coach, huh?
Absolutely.
Since you're making a house call here too.
Absolutely. I'm actually my own life coach as well. And what I want to talk about today is something that I discovered probably 15 years ago when my children were small that has helped me so much put a new perspective on keeping my house clean, you know, just how my home affects my family. And it's the concept of Feng Shui. Now, a lot of people have a mistaken idea that Feng Shui is a philosophy or a religion or some idea, and it really is not. Feng Shui is the principle of the cause and effect that the environment has on you.
Okay.
That's basically
and
what
it's
it
from
is.
China, is that correct?
It is from China, and it has been studied for 6,000 years.
Oh, wow.
It incorporates a lot of things that people view as superstitious, like astrology and other things. But the things that I use every day are the things that I want to share with you today that have really helped to bring a nice, peaceful atmosphere in our home, and that I think motivate me to keep my home in order and clean. And what I wanted to show you is, you know, the fact that the Earth does have an effect on us, and it has to do with our magnetic fields. The Earth has a magnetic field, and we have a magnetic field. And I brought these little magnets. I mean, these are kind of pitiful little magnets, but hopefully I can show you.
Okay, hold it to camera one.
Okay, very good.
There we go.
I have a little magnet here that is going to represent you, okay? And I have a big magnet here that is going to represent the Earth. And we're going to put the norths facing together. And you may not be able to see this real well, but there's a repelling effect. I cannot get those two norths to go together. But if I turn the magnet around, I have this attraction that makes it real easy for them to be together. And the principles of Feng Shui are to help us to reduce this friction and to increase the harmony between us and the environment.
So we are working with our environment and feeling more a part of it.
Absolutely, and I think it's really an exciting concept, especially for now when we talk about the Earth and taking care of the Earth. We really are a part of this system.
Right.
And there's some things that we can do that will help us be in harmony. And one of the things that I really wanted to focus on today was the sleeping environment, the bedroom of the home. Because a lot of people in our world, we are surrounded with electromagnetic fields, television, in our cars, smart homes. You know, I got sick in my home when I first moved in because I had all these radio frequencies flying around my house. And it was really difficult for me to adjust. And you may be having the same thing in your home. Maybe you're having some strange things, you can't sleep. And so we want to address some of those things and some solutions for what you can do today to bring your environment more in harmony.
So we love technology, but we need to be careful that it's not throwing us out there because, you know, we're like living bio whatever.
Yes. You know, and we're always quick to acknowledge that, you know, that this affects earthquakes and things affect animals, but we're like, well, we are living creatures too, and we have magnetic fields. Okay. So I thought we'd focus on the bedroom today.
Let's do that.
And talk about. Now, actually, there are some compass directions that are used in Feng Shui because as we saw on the magnet, if we're north and north, we're having this resistance, but if we change the directions, we have this harmonious attraction. So there's actually some compass directions that are more preferable for your bedroom.
Interesting.
And for a parent's room, a western location is very conducive to parents and adults sleeping well.
And probably romantic too, because you can watch the sunset, right?
It favors romance, it favors contentment. And for children's room, east or southeast supports the growing energy of a child. It's great to have your child be in a room where the sun kind of comes in the morning and energizes them.
That would be good, so to wake them up.
Yes, and for adults, you know, it's better to be in a western location where it's a little calmer.
Okay,
let's talk about, so we have kind of a direction set. So think about the directions where your children's rooms are, and there's some things we can do if they're not in the right place as well. But also the lighting. You know, when you're in your bedroom, you don't want a heavy fluorescent light. Light emits its own frequencies. And so you want something that's soft and conducive to sleep.
And I understand, it seems to me like Dr. Judy told me once that melatonin builds up if there's not a lot of light. So that's probably another reason to have the softer lights.
That is exactly right. And that helps to kind of reset reset that clock for you. So, and in children's rooms, it's great to have an uplight, a light that flashes up onto the ceiling. In other words, we're promoting this growing energy in the child.
Makes sense.
And in our rooms, and we're promoting more of a calmer energy because we're dealing with all this energy.
We have about 2 minutes, so I want to make sure that we get
Great.
at least hit the highlights.
Exactly.
And then you can get the rest of it all on the website.
I really want to focus on the bedding and bedding issues. It's important that your bed be in a direction that you can see the door. You want to be able to see the door. It helps with feeling calm, and you don't want your bed directly under a window. And if you have to have your bed directly under a window, it should be heavily draped to cut that energy that comes in through the windows at night.
That just makes sense because, you know, all that light and everything.
And you want the light during the day because it brings energy in. You're going to, if for solving children's sleep problems, if your children if you have squabbling children, put them in bunk beds with their heads facing the same direction. And it helps to kind of balance their energy. Maybe
like the magnets, huh?
Exactly.
So that
and then west and north directions are helpful for children that have sleeping problems because they're hyper. For hyper children, they need to be in a more calming, magnetic force during night.
Now, I have a question because I want to make sure we get to this. What kind of bedding? Is it important to use natural fabrics? Or
cotton, linen, or silk are your best bedding materials.
Silk, oh
yes,
boy.
Because there's also a magnetic force that goes on, especially with things that are touching your body.
I like cotton.
Yeah, I do too. I like the silk too. I like that.
It feels.
And also, you should never leave your bed unmade during the day. And when I found this out, it was my new tool. My kids will make their beds.
Are you listening, my children?
It gives us better energy to get into a made bed at night. You will have a better restful sleep if you stay.
Well, it stays cleaner too, I would think.
It does.
All that dust isn't falling on it all day.
That is exactly why.
That's great.
That is exactly why. So let's talk about some decorative items to use in a parent's room.
We're almost out of time.
We're almost out. So let's look. You know, having some red. We want to use pastel colors in the bedroom. Like all these colors behind us are just great. They're awesome for the bedroom. But a little red will spice up the romance in your room. So I have this in my room.
Sounds good.
Also, peonies are very, very romantic in Feng Shui. Now here you want pairs of things. And so I thought, well, this is what I have in my room. You know, you can have candlesticks or other things, but I like this pair of hands because it's kind of romantic. They're touching. So you want pairs of things in an adult room. And also, pets will liven up the energy in a room. And so today I have brought a gift for the home team set because I've noticed there's some Feng Shui issues here.
I think Danny needs a pet.
I think Danny definitely needs a pet. And he's gotten a little roughed up on the way up here. But I even brought you the 7-day feeding system. So Danny, you only have to feed him every 7 days, Danny, and put that in there. But a pet will liven up the energy in a room.
Okay, we already killed the plants that were here, so also I'm a little worried about that fish.
Plant energy, you want plants around, but it's perfectly fine to use silk plants in a Feng Shui environment as long as they represent the shape.
Angela, thank you.